That is going to be so cute. And so I'm going to put elastic on the outside without stretching it. Okay, so right here, I thought my mic was recording, but it was my first time getting the mic, so it wasn't. But I was just basically saying what I was going to do with this dress, which is what I'm going to show you in the video. Okay, babe, so you're going to want to get your measuring tape and measure both sides to make sure that where you're going to cut is even. So I already had her try on the dress and I marked it with chalk, but I'm still making sure with the measuring tape. And then I put pins to mark where I'm going to be cutting along with the chalk, which I'll be showing you in a little bit. It was a little bit hard using just the scissors, so I had to get the seam ripper to like first make the little hole. That is the chalk for fabric because it easily comes off instead of using like a marker or anything like that. And so you're going to want to cut one side. And so what I did is cut one side and then use that fabric piece and place it on the other side to make sure that it's perfectly even. And this is the other hip now. As you can see, the chalk is there, it's marked. And once again, making the little hole with the seam ripper and using the fabric scissors to cut along the fabric, the chalk line. And it's easier to do it while it's on the mannequin or dress form. Because if you were to lay it down, I don't know, I just feel like it would be harder, so I just did it on the mannequin. So now that the hips are cut out, which she wanted to do, I had pictured like something drapey and like blinky and, you know, some extra pizzazz for her birthday. So I had found these appliques. Well, I had her order two so it can go one on each hip, so it can drape on each side like that. That is going to be so cute. And so I'm going to put elastic on the outside without stretching it. Then I'm going to be sewing the outside, folding it in, and then doing a top stitch, and it'll be a clean finish, and this will be hand sewn on each side. We're also going to open up the fabric here. We're going to open up the fabric here just to have the leg out so the slit can be bigger. This is going to be so fab. I'm going to be using the regular sewing machine to put on the elastic, which is going to go on the outside, and I'm just going to flip it in, which I'll show you. And then I'm going to use the cover stitch for the slit area. I'm going to use the regular sewing machine to put on the elastic that is going to give that clean finish, and the cover stitch for the slit area. So here the elastic is sewn on the outside. So then once I flip it around, that's how it looks like. So you're just gonna put it right on top, sew it in the middle, and then when you flip it over, you can do the top stitch here, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm gonna also hand sew the applique. That's how the edge will be. But my original thought was to just fold it all the way over, and then it'll just be like that with the elastic in the back part. So you can do that as well. I think I'm gonna do it like this instead of like this. We'll see. Yeah, so I decided to do it like the last example. So this is how the edge looks, how it's gonna look on the body, and then you can see the elastic on the inside. So now the hips are cut out, and I put the elastic on the inside part. Well, I put it on the outside and then folded it over, and then I did a top stitch. So I am now going to hand sew the applique on the bottom parts, and then I'm going to do the slit part and open that up right here. I'm going to cut this piece off and then use the cover stitch. And when you're hand sewing something, just be sure to make a knot like every few stitches, because you want to secure that section. So just think about it like this: if you were to not make a knot along the way and you just looped it all the way through to the end, let's say you snag it on one side, like the whole piece, like the whole, whatever you decided to sew on there, the applique piece would just come off because you didn't secure it along the way. So just remember to do a knot every few stitches. Oh, it already looks so good. Like, oh my goodness. Like, this is so cute. Like, my vision definitely came to life. I have to do more of these. You guys, look how gorgeous this came out. Look how gorgeous this came out. Just the hips. What the back looks like. I also made the slit bigger, or opened up the leg on this side, as you can see. But she loved it. She already came and tried it on, and I just had to finish the slit and make it a little tighter under the bottom, the butt part, so it can hug right here. But what do you guys think? Congratulations, you made it till the end of my video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe. I do fashion, food, anything fabulous. Here are my social medias. Take care and God bless.